welcoming none other than J-Man from the J-Man Show.
Yo, what's up? What's up now? It's looking like you are forgetting that they do ladies first when you are battling this thing.
Yes.
Why are you forgetting
Hey,
that?
hey, the roasting has started.
It's
How am I so uncultured? I'm sorry, J-Man, I pause.
I go pause normally.
Yeah. Welcoming, please, drum rolls. The one and only, majestic, beautiful looking, ever flourishing. Hey, there are so many names. Auntie Chinazo of ODENIGBO. Hey, because get a kubana aka ban,
It's ODENIGBO, not ODENIGBO. First of all,
I thought I said bands and all that.
all right. Thank you so much for having me, OGO, our number one pilot.
Aww.
Thank you for having me on your show.
You're welcome. You're very much welcome.
Thank you.
We have none other than, like I said before, now, may not be like I did too excited. I am J-Man. I don't go IP again. J-Man, introduce yourself.
And normally I don't need them hyping, but I'm just going to say one thing. I don't know, should I do my normal thing?
Celebrate grace.
Let me stick to protocols observed. I mean, make I do my normal thing.
Do your normal thing.
All right, guys, welcome to another beautiful day, right? It's not a beautiful morning, but a beautiful afternoon because you have your pilot here. So this is Jason. They call me Loa Jason Chuku, Mr. J-Man, Jason of FM, the president of the Friendly Neighbors Association and the overall chief of the Board of Neighbors Committee. I'm your dear companion, your personal driver. We know the collective. That guy that always tell you not to let anybody or anything take away your vibe. Because your vibe.
Your vibe.
Who don't know? Now calm down. Now you can add a little sprinkle of Captain J to the name. Why? Because if you want us on air,
let's fly.
If you want me on the sea,
let's sail.
Talk and say we get real life superheroes in the building.
And if you want me on the road, let's roll. Thank you so much.
That was one hell of an introduction, J-Man. No wonder you wanted Auntie Chinazo to take it first.
Leave intro for Jason. Your friendly neighbor. Leave it for him.
We should name him the Spider-Man in Nigeria because that friendly neighbor really hits home. Anyways, we have another amazing guest out here with us. We're talking about none other than our sports analyst, the CEO of Banter when it comes to sports, the only guy that knows how to break down sports and dissect it like saying suya you want up. All right, John, tell them all about yourself real quick.
Yeah, what's up, my people? Super shout out to all the super sports fans out there. Big shout out to all the football maniacs. They call me Mr. John the Incredible, the football maestro, the Babele FC CEO, the one and only, the undefeated.
Somebody give him that WWE belt.
Come on, man. You know what we're talking about? We're talking about, sports, football. Yeah.
Why are you guys taking me unawares? Because it's like I'm the only one that doesn't have an intro.
Well, your intro went as spectacular as you are as well now. So,
John, is this what you answer on sports or this you were inspired by Express?
When you talk about the sport, vote sports, you talk about the sports gladiators, that we keep it a little bit under wraps, it's because we are too on vote sports, but vote express, we are here to express.
We're really here to express, and I told you, my people, we have some amazing topics out here, and well, to have all these amazing stars guarded today is a very rare opportunity, and because of that, we're going to be diving right into it. We're talking about why do men think that the value in woman is money. Very vital question that's been rotating around my head for a while now. I am hopeful that we can break this down, analyze, and give concrete reasons and answers to why this has become such a big thing in our society. I'll start with you, Madam Chinazo. What do you have to say?
I was thinking a man is going to start.
No, Chinazo, I don't like this vibe you are bringing. You are bringing tush vibe. Yes, ODENIGBO.
No, I have to bring it tush because a lot of women who are actually involved in this are actually the Gen Zs. They don't come from our mothers. Our mothers are just those women that value family over work and money.
Oh yeah, swayanibo.
Okay, so if you're not Chekowa.
All right.
If you're not Chekowa, why do men think that the new value to women is money, right? Well, I think it's Odiroma because a lot of women are not ready for motherhood. They are just ready to become a wife.
Unyodogu.
And so they all know about just Igbo a mother, rather Igbo a wife, and a career woman or a business woman. So they don't like taking good care of their kids, which is what our mothers did back in the day. Just because not and that is just what women stood for then. But these days, they're like that, and only reduces the core value, the main value anyway in women. Manina agapa na dissect. What I go okay.
You know,
Okay, people will disagree with me, but we disagree
We
to
most
agree.
definitely might disagree to agree.
No, but
you
we
know.
disagree to agree, right? So at some point, people will agree with me, but kind of move go to
All right.
is
So
that a prophecy now or spoiler? I don't
I think that was a spoiler she just gave, but either way, it's bound to happen at some point.
Yeah,
So, John,
definitely.
what would you like to add to this? Because really, you know, it's been an issue lingering for so long that men now are tending to look at more value women bring to the table, and you know, quitting the point where they're just spending money on a woman that's probably they don't see a future with. A lot of men now tend to even not spend so much anymore on women because of how society has treated men in the past. What do you have to say?
You know, when we talk about this is a very exciting topic, and it's
It is.
one I'm super fired up for. There was a chat we had before coming into the show. We're having a conversation of what women actually bring to the table when it comes to marriage, talking about intrinsic value, talking about perceived value in the
Yeah.
marriage, you know. So, but just talking about this one now, I would just want us to go a little bit way back. If we go back to our roots, we can actually identify where we are coming from, and we can, you know, strategize on where we want to go. You know, going back, it was all about the men providing for the family.
Yes.
It was also about women building a home.
Yes.
Right? You know, it was also about building a collective family, you know. And if you go back way back, you know, to the source of
As
all,
early as 19, let's
It's not
16,
even 19,
thereabouts.
if you go back to the source,
Yeah.
the creation itself, you know, forgive me now, I'm going to go scriptural. The Bible says that God took he made Adam fall asleep, took a rib from him, and made the woman to be a helper.
Absolutely.
If you go back before there, you see that man was given work to do, and man was without a helper.
Yes.
You understand me? And God said it's not good for man to be alone right now. You
If not,
understand?
you
And
just die on time.
that's why the woman is there in the first place. So the woman is naturally created to be an accentuation of the man's, you know, mission on earth.
Yeah.
Helper. Okay.
Yeah.
We have evolved from that to the stage of nah, just come be in the house, born children for me, I'll take care of you, and
Do
all of that.
TikTok.
But you know, times are fast changing. What one naira was pursuing in 1960
Yeah.
is not what one naira is pursuing today.
One era is
Very
not even
true.
pursuing
You know?
anything right now.
And they said that why the Eneke bird is refusing to fly without stopping is because the hunter has decided to shoot without
Without
missing.
looking.
You understand me? So
That's a
as
very strong idiom right there.
it's in the way of balancing the realities of life that we have to, okay, why would I go and bring in a liability? I have to look out for an asset. I'm not saying come and fill my role as a provider. I'm saying come and have my back.
Okay.
Let's build a stronger team.
Okay.
Synergy. You know, they say 1 + 1 is 1, but if you look at it, 1 + 1 is 2. 1 shall chase 1,000, 2 shall chase 10,000.
True.
But my brother, we are men, we are logical, we are psychological. You know, we think 50
We see
outcomes.
things that they don't
Yeah,
see.
we
per
think
se.
50 outcomes in 1 second.
I don't want to argue with you when it comes to
Just
you
hold on,
seeing more
just
than the
hold on,
women.
just
It's a lie.
hold on, sister.
It's a lie.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that
Yes.
Well, we're coming back to you though.
I'm
so you give us reasons.
saying that we see 50 outcomes in 1 second.
Yeah.
If I am one and I'm chasing 1,000 and I bring you in and I'm chasing the same 1,000 or I'm chasing 500, my brother, you have to go one way or another. So men need assets. Men need people who can come in
And
and
that's liabilities.
Yeah, and not liabilities. You know,
All right.
that's what I was saying. Go.
And I was also thinking in that construct that since we're talking about how men are such providers, right? Remember back in the day when a lot of fathers would usually leave the home and sometimes the woman would pick up the slack. You know, maybe the father is on a business trip and trying to make sure that things are aligning well in the house while out there trying to make that daily 2K that we've interpreted as hustling, right? The woman would stay behind and do those same things within the house and without less grumpy feelings or feeling rejected or feeling lonely. They did it with joy. Anyways, that's enough. Let's hear what J-Man has to say.
Man, you guys want to turn this thing to a sermon or seminar or something. But I'm going to come from somewhere, yeah? I'm going to come from 2 places now. So you see, a very, 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 very high somebody that I do respect. Ella was talking and she said something. She said, you know, lions. You know how we perceive lions and the presence they bring in, right?
Yeah.
You know, when you think about lion, you think about, you know, that hefty animal with
the mane.
yes, and all of that. So if we are talking about women now being how do I say it? Bringing something to the table, right, Shebi? Now,
Money.
what do you bring to the table? Cheers, what do you bring to the table?
That's a very important question. And
Please,
Tiazo,
please,
please school us.
Please set the table first.
Ah,
Set the table as the man. Yes, be the same better.
Okay, but again, so what I'm saying now is, you know, women are very prone to success. Like, it's easy. to succeed as a woman. Do you know why? Because that's the reason. That's the reason why the Bible says, "He that finds a wife finds
a good thing,
and obtains favor."
you know.
So obviously, you are an embodiment of favor. You get it. It's not like I'm not complimenting it. This is not. I'm just saying.
You're smoothing the
I'm
the
just,
banter.
I'm just coming down the whole thing again. But I'm coming on the aspect of when these women actually succeed, men become cowards.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh,
John,
wow.
thank
Why?
you.
Why? Okay, I have something contrary
wow.
to say. You
Oh,
think
wow.
men become cowards
I
in
have
some
more.
sense?
I have more of
Is it-
lazy people,
is it not-
lazy men now.
Well, okay, hold on.
Than
It's
hardworking
not like
men.
some men become cowards because some men I have seen their wives pick up the pace even when they've been in their lowest times.
Yeah,
You know?
okay. Obviously, I'm not generalizing.
You know,
okay,
because
with
if
the
you
women
generalize
or the
it,
men.
it
No,
will
it's
make
not.
the men
Even
who
when we're
trust
talking
their
about
wives
the
with
women,
things like that,
'Cause-
feel like cowards.
because we were talking now. I did not hear some women. Did I hear some women? We were saying women.
Okay,
women.
okay,
women.
sorry. Some women. Some
Okay,
let's
so
make
are
it
we-
some
are
men,
we-
some women.
So
That's a
everybody's
very good
happy.
point.
Okay, good. So just the same way we have agreed, some men, some women,
Alright.
some men become cowards because
Yeah.
they cannot stand it, right? So it now pushes those same women not to want to, do something that would actually push them to their full potential. So
Okay.
many women are just trying to manage the level where they are so that they don't, So
Take the role of the man.
yes,
Okay.
because sometimes a woman can actually put her foot down and you go disappear as a man.
100%.
Well, in some
I agree.
cases, that's
Take
very
the,
true.
take the ex-minister of petroleum that did what men could not do. Not like that, you understand what I'm saying?
Shots fired.
And you know what is going on in the political world?
Alright.
They are trying to give the women 1 seat each in the parliament, right? That is what is going on right now. So they are trying to bring out women as being because a
Vocal
man,
speakers also for the society.
yes, because the women now can do what men can actually do.
In not all cases, so
Because you men have proven to us that without your money, that you guys think we can survive.
Okay, so we fired shots and it went off.
Yes,
I said it's
yes,
two wins,
yes.
I've done the first, but now the second part is to these ladies now. Do you know the funny thing is, Ojo, that most ladies want to stay with a man because they are scared of getting another one.
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
One.
And
Let's go.
so insecurity is something that I see in most, not most,
Most
okay,
with-
some
women.
Some
No,
women.
most actually. I agree with
Do
you.
you understand?
First stance.
Okay, yeah.
Because let's say for instance you are with somebody, you're with a lady, and then you're telling the lady that I don't think this can work. Some crazy thing is that the person is giving you 1,001 reason why it should work. When you know that this thing is not going to work.
You are
There's no
meal
future at
ticket
all.
now. You
There
are
is
meal
nothing.
ticket.
That's
You
the
know how
thing.
much
Well,
you
I
charge.
don't think it's about being a meal ticket. I think sometimes it's just knowing that this person tolerates me more than the other person.
It's
would.
not even
No,
about
I
You know,
don't-
some
I don't
people
think
come
it's
into
about
a
that.
relationship with a lot of mental
OG,
baggage.
No,
it's not even about this person tolerates me, understand me. There are some women that scope the kind of men they go after.
Thank you.
Okay.
They want men that can give them a level of life above what life handed to them.
True.
And they do not want to build. They want shortcuts. You know?
So it's like Hunger Games in real life.
Yes, yes. So like I was telling Manchester United fans out there, sorry you
I don't know
guys
if you're indirectly talking to
I'm
us,
saying,
though,
I'm,
but
no, I'm just
don't do
saying,
this.
no, I'm just saying that Manchester United fans, no shortcut to the Champions League. You have to earn it. In this same way, now those women that are looking for men that have bent, that have serere, that have going.
See, necessarily,
No
you don't need,
shortcuts
John,
in
I have
life.
to cut you short.
All right,
I'm
that's
sorry,
fair. Go
but
ahead.
70% of the women are not looking for men who have bents.
What are they looking for?
They are looking for men who have sense.
How many of them? How many of them are actually looking for
It
a
has
man that
been
has
proven
sense?
that men who have sense are 30%.
Oh wow!
By
By
what
who?
statistics
By who?
range?
By who? By the women's
Wait
statistics.
till concern me say I did inside that 30.
I have to say I didn't agree inside that 30 joint. But I would like to know who in
how can
the
you-
bracket of that
How can,
70.
how can a man whom in the Bible God have said that men are providers
Alright.
and you're falling short as a man if you cannot provide? I'm sorry, but it has been given to men like that, whether you like it or not. The only thing that happens is when you see women who feel men have suffered though. Heaven and earth is men. Left, right, and center is men. Then
Now,
we try
okay,
to do
man.
we try to do the job by trying to ease up the stress on the men. Then at the end of the day, you now see a man thinking that, in our Boston boy can you're like, how do you leave a woman to be the one who goes out in the morning, comes back in the evening, and still cook and still take care of the children, make sure she puts water for you to bath, then in the morning she's waking up by 4 or 5 to raise to wake the kids up and actually bathe them.
I think that issue has to deal with a lot of exposure coming
This
from
is
the
what
man's
this is
side.
what men want.
Not all
I was-
men.
no, sorry,
I
tend to-
beg to differ.
I
not
beg to
all
differ
men.
Okay,
also
who
because
are a
it
single,
can be all
I
men.
have spoken to 2 single men, and I said, "Kedu ka ụmụ nwanyị si wee na-echezi na nwoke ga-help ha wee saa ụmụaka arụ sie nri wee si ya that girl or that wife or onye ọbụla ị na-iji maka ekwu ihe a now ọ nọ dị eje ọrụ." If you go back to the days of our father, our mothers were not doing anything. They take care of the home, they take care of the children, they go to
I
the
don't,
family.
you know, John, I like how you're
Our mother, they're
laughing.
not doing anything.
Please,
I
but when
see
my
you
mother
say
was
not-
doing something, even when social media
I said,
didn't even
your
exist.
mom is a Gen Z mom.
My mom cannot be a Gen Z mom. My mom is 60, 70. You cannot tell me my mom
Your
is
mom
a
is
Gen
We
Z.
see our women who are
Please,
farming. We see our women who are
Who are going
farming.
to the farm daily?
Thank you.
That farm,
Picking
wait,
cassava from the ground.
Who are
Wait.
doing other things.
You understand?
I am not
I have the
if you don't
grandmother
go to
who
the
wake
farm-
up every morning
if you
before
don't go to
the
the
husband
farm-
wakes up and she's
you,
in the
man.
farm
Thank you,
looking
man.
for rice
You
that
don't
has
understand
germinated.
what I'm saying.
No, you can't generalize it as a Gen Z motherhood problem.
No. Your mom was not born in the 16th.
Oh, wow.
Your mom was not born in the 17th. Your mom was either 18. I don't even think your mom was in the 18th. What are you saying?
I don't understand. I don't
about-
I refuse to
I'm talking
accept that shot.
No, I'm talking about the 1780 or 1760. Your mom was either 1986 or 1970.
Oh, wow.
Your mom at the 19th century. Your
Oh,
mom
wow.
back at the 21st century.
I don't
20th
understand.
century.
I don't understand,
What are you
man.
saying? What I'm trying to say is that farm, she must go to farm because that is where the husband has work. Eba has a akota ifefa na-eri. Eba has a akota ifefa na-eri.
So-
That was the only helpmate. Wait now. The woman was there. What I'm trying to say is that women work 3 times as hard more than the women back then.
Oh, wow. How?
I think
How
social
not?
media has made these
How?
women
Why-
a little bit delusional because
Now, this is why
back in
men are
back in the
disrespected.
day, yeah.
This is why men are disrespected.
Why?
I
This is
disagree.
why women are leaving their marriages. Back in the days,
I
women
disagree
don't
that
have.
women now are working 3 times as hard as women were.
Please, I would love
a
to
few
hear
years
from
ago.
the
I
callers.
disagree.
Let's hear
Because
from them.
you know why?
because-
You know why I disagree? Because technology advancement has made work less physical.
For the
You
men.
have- for everybody,
everybody,
For everybody,
not
yes.
just men.
Technological advancement has made work
How many
less
people are
physical.
tech wise?
I'm not.
You live in Nigeria, you're asking that question.
You enter a bus, that's technological advancement. You're
I
not
mean-
trekking to the farm.
Uh-huh.
You enter a bus, that's technological advancement. You buy stuff in the market. You no longer go to farm to pick what you eat. That's
But people go to the
technological
farm to
advancement.
pick it and put it in the market.
That's technological advancement. You are a wife, you go out for shopping, you do job where you are right now. You are not using as much physical energy. It's mental power, man.
Yes.
It's mental power. So let's not come and make it as if
You're making it
we
look
have
like-
it worse now
You're
than we
making
had
it
it
look
back
like
then.
there's
But
a
it's
robot.
not.
You make it look
It's
like there's
not.
a robot
That's
that
true.
goes to the farm, then pick those things and put it in the market.
Anyway,
is it
my-
not people that still go to the market?
My
to the farm to
people,
put it in the market?
you people point your points are very valid, but I would like to hear from the audience. So you know why we're not pointing fingers? Because sometimes we tend to
And the thing about this one
forget
is
that.
personal.
We
This one
tend
is
to forget
personal.
that
How can you tell
in
me-
every century there are rules that follow each gender. Because one, by social aspect or by community aspect, what we've been told is what our parents passed down to us, right? That is why we can differentiate between the models of being a good person in a relationship and the models of how to protect for the men.
I'm sorry,
and
but during
provide, right?
our forefathers, there were no relationships. It was
They
just
were.
get married when
They
you
were-
are old enough to
my
get
dear,
married.
They were. It's just that there were no social media to vocalize it like
I
there
am-
is right now.
There is none.
You know, because-
Our fathers are telling us the stories. If you did not hear the story of what happened in
Okay.
the back, my great grandfather told my grandfather told us.
Okay.
So even if there are no social media, there were stories told.
And
understand?
Auntie Chinas, I want to interject now. I want to interject because even though we are not old, but you know, I still saw things fall apart. I still saw a little bit of history.
Right.
Growing up, you cannot tell me as a man in 1945 or 1950 that there is no babe in your age grade you
Bam.
were not eyeing.
Even if it was Mazen Dokwenson that was always traveling by leg.
Even if it's you go in
are
the
you
evening,
saying?
sit outside, throw stone in the window.
Uh-huh.
That's what do you call that? That's, let me say, you're eyeing a babe, you're toasting the
Even
babe.
at the stream.
You have intentions of getting married to that babe.
You
understand me?
make the intentions known.
Unfortunately, one way or another man has betrothed the girl, and
she
you
must
end up
marry
with
the
whoever
betrothed.
it is, or both of you elope.
Simple.
Or both of you elope. So to tell me that there was no relationship back then, I disagree.
No,
it's not
they
that it's
dated.
not
What she
as
said, they didn't used to
open
date.
as yes,
they
yes.
did not used to date.
How do you know they didn't used to date?
Please,
Oh,
they
wow.
did not used to date.
How do you know?
They did not used
Were
to
you
date.
there?
Yeah, they need to be there.
Bam.
How
So
did you
how
know they
can
used
you-
to
how-
date? Were you there?
There was no social media, we couldn't have
how
known.
do you know
And the
those
thing
things?
understand?
dating in the context of 1945
And the
in
dating of today
is
cannot-
not the same
It's
thing.
not, it cannot even be the
It's
same.
not the same
He's
thing.
actually implying that it's the same, and that's
It's
why
not,
I
I'm not, I can't even imply that because what
No, you
the
will
values we
imply
have
it.
now, I can't imply that. You know why I can't imply that? Because in most senses, right, our grandfathers will not tell you the story of how they met your grandmother and he licked his lips and he
No,
made her,
my
he
grandfather-
had to woo
my
her
my
by raising his eyebrows and
my
saying, oh,
grandfather is
women.
an
You
nonsense.
know,
My
You
grandfather
have
is
to
an
go out
nonsense.
and hunt.
right? You
And
will go
bring
straight to the
special
point.
touch for our
Exactly.
family.
You
You
go
know-
straight
you
to
know-
the moral
you
point
know-
to let you know that you find a wife,
No,
you
you
find
know
out
how
that
this-
she means
you
well
know
for
how
you,
these things
and you cut
transition.
her
You
immediately.
know how these things
You
transition.
understand?
You know
Alright,
the transition.
Go ahead.
Before our own time, it transitioned from Iga under the mango tree or meeting inside a particular bush to now coming to the man's house. Before there was no going under the mango tree. It transitions, just like you said, each century or each generation or whatever, I don't know, but each age had its own dating skills or dating whatever. The time I'm referring to is not the under the mango tree. No, I meant the time of under the mango tree and Ekunaja. These days, they don't even, you can never see two people standing on the road these days.
Why do you think so?
Because that's transition to you men now at the age of 22, a man has left the father's house and gotten a place.
It's not part of the provider thing you people want.
Wait now, back in the 90s, a boy who is 28 is still with the father. So you, out of the kind of family you come from, you may not bring the girl home. So that is where the Ukumango and Araja comes in. Before that generation, we had the point where, oh, you are old enough. That point is the point where they now throw on the window. Before they throw it
so
on
they
the
don't
window.
throw on the window till they are 28.
No, you don't understand. I said there was a time at the age of 20. If you're not married at 28, self, I say olden days, as a man, it's late for you to marry actually at 28. So long as you have gone to war and you have 2 or 3 farmlands, or you have a palm kernel somewhere, you have palm kernel plantation, whatever, or plantation, you are old enough to get married, because at that point they are seen as someone who can take care of a family. They are seen as someone who, if they give you, okay, at that time, self, you marry 2 or 3 wives, self, because you have a big or larger farmland, or Nibugo Isiago, and that was or all that. So it transitioned. These days, you don't need to go into the lions there too. At that time, self, for you to marry a woman, like, see, relationship and marriage has always been transactional. As a man, you want to get married, they'll be like, oh, farmland owner.
Exactly.
I
like how you
so
set yourself up with this thing.
No, when you now say, no, you're the one I'm trying to contradict. When you now say, women are looking at what a man to please, I did not come to this life to suffer.
Okay, you think it's the man that came to this life to suffer?
I have toyed from my father's house. Now.
I love where
I
this
have
is going.
toyed from my father's house to my sister life.
Wow.
And you now want me to marry someone whom I will feed.
Nobody's asking you to feed anyone.
Wait, I have said it before. The Bible says the man provides. No matter how you want to do it as a man, please let the woman not provide for you. But if circumstances now lead you to the man,
let's see what this caller has to say, because this topic has just got heated. Anyways,
Shots fired left,
good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I bet join us on YouTube.
do you know my grandmother has seen a lion? Is it because I'm not personal? I'm trying as much as possible not to personalize it. My mom has seen it. My grandmother has seen a lion because she went out. Because she was frying akara. That time you need to go out.
Did she kill the lion?
No, I'm trying to tell you how hard work.
That is as simple as it gets.
I understand. I'm trying to.
She saw it and she killed it as 2 different things.
I'm trying to let you know that
men used to go out and kill lions.
I'm not saying
to prove love to somebody that just sat in the house and is doing.
It's not in the woman's nature to kill it. It's not in the woman's nature to kill lions.
I think it's in the man's nature to kill lions.
Our village in Igbo land, the woman should not even climb a tree. Not to talk of killing a lion.
Normally.
They will ban you from that village. They don't burn you where to do what a man can do there. Are you there? Why me?
So you think they not burn the woman?
No, a woman can kill a lion. Scot free. Do you know?
Please go to the village and kill a lion.
No, a woman can kill a lion wherever. Women are not in the village. I'm not in the village. I can kill a lion in Enugu. Nothing will happen in my village.
Let the woman in the village kill the lion and let us see. Why hasn't it entered the internet? For all the discovery you have seen, have you ever heard a woman kill anything aside the husband?
That's what I'm trying. You are asking me if my grandmother killed a lion. I'm letting you know that it's not in a woman's place to kill a lion. It's not.
And you also said here that I believe that you said that a man needed to kill Ago to be able to prove his love. Was I right or am I wrong?
I did not say prove. I never said prove love.
To prove that you are strong enough to marry the daughter.
No, I did not say that. I said if you kill a lion, then you are entitled to 2 or 3 wives.
Why would you be doing
that?
The
bigger things you do, the bigger family you can accommodate. And that time,
why would I do that?
But they did it. That's the problem with the age. That's the problem with the age now.
Seeing my life on the risk to prove my love to you.
You see, that is the problem. That is the problem. Will my father do the things a girl is doing for you? Or will the girl's father bear you? Or will your father bear you children? Or what? How do I put it now?
Bob the Builder.
No, I don't understand. How can you be comparing oranges and apples? You are comparing 2025 and 19.
At this point, if I will not lie, I don't even know where we have headed to. We have gone from table.
From table.
We have entered the village. I don't even know.
Shatter this table before
and now we are hunting lions, please.
Oh wow. Please, let's back to
my father did not near the forest. And I'm not planning to near the forest.
At all.
So where are we? Odio, please. reconstruct. Where are we now? Let
So
me know where
apparently,
we are.
we're still on the value of what a woman brings to the table in a matrimonial home.
No, we're
right?
no. I'm sorry.
And we're also-
I'm sorry to misquote. I'm sorry to cut you short, but I think we are talking about why do men think that the value of women is now about money? If a man doesn't feel
It's still
a man,
bringing what she brings to the table now.
no.
In simpler terms,
I'm
for
talking
people to
about
understand
money
it.
being the value.
Okay. Talking about that, I've told you one of the first things that leads to all that is, the changing environmental climate and economical climate, right? Nobody wants to marry a liability.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants to bring on somebody that does not add value now. But then the funny thing about this question now is that it actually starts by defining value. You understand me? Because I said it some time back that what do women literally bring to the table, right? I said it that if you go by intrinsic value, I said that the UX, that's the user experience of having a wife, is more soft touch than hard materials, right? One, peace of mind. One is support. Two is poise and compose. Every man needs somebody that will be a safe space for him. Every man needs somebody that will be there to support, encourage, help him along the way.
Exactly.
All that are UX. You understand me? If this UX now, just like you want a touch of Obi Kubana with a shade of the band.
Charles Okocha.
It's now in customizing the dream wife because men have the capacity
Exactly.
to choose,
Yes.
right? And women also choose, but you have to find a man that's going where you are going. You have to find a man that is compatible with your mission and life's goal. Why? Because if you don't, you could be pulling in one direction
And
and
he's
he's pulling
pulling
in
on the
another
other.
direction.
Right.
So you understand
Yes.
me? So it starts with the man defining the value he wants in a wife, and then depending on that, you choose other add-on. Having a job is an add-on.
Yeah.
Having a career is an add-on.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I would not marry anybody who does not have anything doing is because I want to know what fills your time.
My brother,
I
you're not
want
the
to
only person.
I want to know what drives you, what motivates you. I want to see you take on an
Chase your own goals
I want to
as
see,
well.
yes,
Have dreams.
men
Have hobbies.
derive fulfillment from work
Yes.
and from business.
Yes.
I want to see you chase that thing that gives you the same high. Like I bring in a contract of $2 billion right now. I'm happy, I'm feeling good, I'm ecstatic. But you chasing the kids around all day, if that is not bringing you value,
Yeah.
you understand me? I want to see you also chase the things that bring you value. So if that is a career, I'll back you. If that is business, I'll back you. If that is influencer, Dan X for you. Simple.
All right.
So when you say I want to disagree with you in some places. First of all, there are some men that actually do not want their wife to work.
Thank you.
All right.
They are very happy with their wife.
Real men.
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
it real?
real-
Did you just say real men?
I did not put
Please, let me just tell you, if a woman actually calls you a real woman, you're finished.
You are done.
You're done.
I'm going to
You
say
are
You're
done.
not, you're not even real at all. You're a mumu.
That's what they
Jay,
do.
So capitalize on mumuness now.
Jay, continue. Don't
Go
worry.
ahead.
I'll back you up later.
Chinazo, I beg you. The way I will say one you have added
I'm
adjective
telling you.
inside it.
Real
I
man
said
come.
some men do not actually want their wife to work.
If you call me a real
Yeah.
man, I'll take it you have insulted me. I step away real fast.
Okay.
You
I'll
are,
start to things that'll make you know I'm not a real
It's
man.
a you problem. It's a you problem.
Coming down.
It's a you problem, though.
Your blood hot.
all right, so that's one. I've been listening, so guys know what I get to do.
All right.
So John, I don't know you. I think you're taking it personal. You get. So my good friend, I have friends around. You can always meet me. We have good neighbors. If you are listening, this is his application. That
Valor
he's
in
submitting.
Sude, we see you.
So somebody is submitting an application later. So you've heard all he said. You understand? So if you fit into, you understand?
Those descriptions. Yeah.
If you fit into, you
I
will know what we're talking about.
I really
Yeah.
don't understand how this thing became personal.
You know
My guy,
this
he starts on this TV.
That's
This is
now.
what I want to do, man.
Wait.
If I make $2 billion, you have to be able to take care of the kids.
Wait now, for your mind now, you think this is like a serious table, like I don't be serious, but this is both express. One way or the other. You are talking, you are trying to be, how do you call it, official. I knew these things. It's my brother. Let's call it as it is. My brother has submitted application later.
Wow.
So if you start getting, return of investment,
Sure.
He send us a message. I'll be the one to feel. I'll be the one to feel.
you understand?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, but you said something about being an influencer. I don't think we should look down on anybody even if you want to be making shoe.
Cobblers.
Yes, even if you want to be making nail technician or more names for the clean away with the no normally is what now janitor. I mean,
It's
Janitor, yes.
Janitor, yeah.
nail what do they call it? It's now nail technician.
Yeah.
So anything
And
like
agent is now facilitator.
okay.
That's short. Please, forgive her.
Why not be like bicycle?
So I beg.
Shots
So
fired.
what other person wants to be an influencer? Guy, do you know how much
These
influencers
people
make?
making money.
They are making money.
But they're not that job. For
But
them.
that's his own personal. You know, it's personal.
Granted, it's
Yeah.
personal.
That is now, guys. What
Like,
did you,
I know there are guys
what
out
did you-
there.
Wait,
I know
what
there
did
are
you-
guys
wait,
out there
John. Wait, what did
who
you
do
just
not
say?
like a movie star.
I
Let
don't
me
like
say
what
it
you-
for him. He
What
said,
To avoid uncertainties and stuff like that.
no,
nonsense.
no,
It's
wahala,
true.
no, wahala. John, what did you just say now?
I didn't say anything. No. I
John said
I
what?
plead the
personal
fifth.
man.
John actually said
He's
it's personal.
man.
I plead the fifth.
So you see what I was saying?
plead the fifth.
My brother, you're
I
not in the
plead-
courtroom. Why you
I
plead
plead
the
the
fifth?
fifth.
Anyways, your points are hitting home really, and we have listeners out there who want to chip in one or two things. But while we go into the calls, which the numbers are 0706 048 5853, alternatively 0915 570 8347. I'll be reading out some text messages from our community and people who are listening across Nigeria right now. This one says, "Good afternoon, guys. Please, is that Auntie Chinazo's voice?" I'm
Yes, it is.
hearing. And John as well.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
And the person went on to say, "Wow, Auntie Chinazo is my role model." Okay. I love her more than shawarma. Long time, J-Man. Good to have you all together from Nenna.
Oh, yeah, Nengo, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
All right. This next one says, "Hi, good afternoon, Volt crew. Auntie Chinazo live OGO. He can't speak Igbo. He said Igbo. He is a Gen Z Ajebo. If I catch you there, if you doubt her, make a text in Igbo. It's not an insult, though. I beg from MNA Primacy. All right, big shout out to you, Primacy. All right, the lines are open. We're taking more calls right here. Also on our YouTube
Yes,
channel,
we are live on
have
Gold Express.
some interesting people out here who said, "Good afternoon, Gen Z Daddy, OGO, our ever beautiful and lovely Auntie Chinazo. Not forgetting our one and only driver winning the collective here, Uncle J, and our sports master, Uncle Lemmy." This one says, from Valerie Nsude. All right, it says, "Feels good to be here. I have really missed you guys.
Missed
Gen Z
you too.
Uncle. Hope say you know come empty-handed. I'm sure Nina water what I mean. Thank you."
I'm not watering nothing, my
We
dear.
need your pot of soup. We need your pot of soup. That's what she
That's
said.
the
All
only
right,
thing you know.
those are the texts we've gotten from our social media handles, especially on our YouTube live. You can feel free to go join us right now on the Volt Express channel live, and you might just enjoy what you're hearing visually as well, because you know
Yeah.
there are big vibes here, big
And,
names as
and-
well.
and seeing is believing.
And seeing
Yes.
is believing.
And so
Yeah.
before we round up, I would actually want to, so that people will not misunderstand why I said that men who don't
real
want their
men or the
women
fake one?
are real is because I feel these ones are the ones from the ages. They are old fashioned
Old
like me. I'm
soul.
sorry.
Ancient
I'm
days.
sorry. I'm born in the 90s, but I'm old fashioned.
Okay.
So I believe in dignity.
And throwing
For
stones
the
at
men.
window.
Dignity
I'm
one-sided.
throwing
Oh wait,
No,
dignity
I'm
is one-sided, or
Dignity on
dignity
one
for
side,
the both
I'm throwing
genders.
shades on the
On the other side, you understand now?
No, you have to
It's
balance
fine.
these things.
Yeah.
How are you
You have
balancing
to
it?
balance this. See, people who listen to my show know I root for men. Oh no, men! You people are my MVPs. All these things women
Start
are.
from-
We are your
Which
meeting
one?
That's
guests.
from
That's
yeah.
why
You
you're
put us on the spot. Yeah.
You know
I
what?
said that there are real men out there. That means there are no real men in here.
No.
You see what my problem is?
You don't go root for your meal ticket. You don't want.
Yes,
You don't root for your meal ticket.
I don't want to
You
go
don't
hungry. I'm rooting for all my men here.
Alright.
Are the ones outside, the real ones.
Alright.
What I mean by the
Shall
real
use that
ones.
real again.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
finish
there are
with the
women,
real man out there.
there are men. The reason why this topic is valuable to me is because I've had cases where men think it is okay to look at a woman's money.
In what sense?
In the sense that they always want to know what the woman is bringing in from her salary.
I really don't care what the woman is, as long as she's
It is
working.
you. I'm telling you that there are. I'm not.
Actually,
See,
she's-
open your
she's saying
mind.
the truth.
Okay.
Open your mind.
Okay.
Expand your mind, because I'm not talking about us here. I know we have dignified men in Volt FM. I'm talking about people out there. There are men who think that before they marry a woman, you must. See, there is nothing wrong with you marrying a woman who brings value. There are other things more important than money.
Okay, yes.
Self-respect, being contented,
Hygiene.
being respectful, hygiene, my dear brother, because
Oh,
there is
dear.
what there is.
No, I take that one very personal. No. There are some things that are non-negotiable to me.
Oh, dear.
If you don't have hygiene, I beg.
There are women who cannot take care of your home, and they cannot put in 2 cents in your business. So how do you expect that person? I prefer a woman who can actually take care of everything but don't make money, but you can put in 2 cents into my own business. It means that I can run my business with you. I don't need you to
If
be
your
doing
2 cents is going to crash my business, please keep the 2 cents.
That's what I'm saying. She can bring in 2 cents. 2 cents means it's the wisdom that she has that she can put in your business. At least, if that this thing na rule, this game of Ife, but there are people who cannot hold their own, but they can hold others.
Talk less of hold a conversation.
Yeah, and
fine.
especially conversations. You know, men don't talk. So I prefer men who don't talk. There are men who are spoken like all of us here, but they can't share what they really feel inside. So a woman who can be able to bring out that thoughts that you're having inside, it's value.
Now that's a real woman.
Yes, it's value. These are the things I value more than money. Because I know that a man can make one deal that can
update.
that can surpass whatever money the woman has been making all her life. Do you understand? So there is that blessing. Yes, Jason said something about favor. Women open door. Women open doors.
It's true.
But that business that she has been making, it get the kind favor where she go bring. Or I don't like relating my success to anybody. But there is something that you will do, a contract you will hit. Or that woman's money will be bowing down when you're passing. So it is important as a man, make money. The reason why men disrespect, I hear when women, like I will call you on the phone, I'll be like, see, I don't disrespect men. Don't let me disrespect you. There are men who don't value their respect, and therefore they allow women to disrespect them, because that woman, you allowed her to disrespect you. She's making more money more than you.
Exactly.
She's having sense more than you. She's doing everything more than you. I say, man, why would you allow that to happen? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. So make your own money. Don't put your eyes inside the woman's money. Whatever she decides to bring. When a woman is useless is when she's making money, and she doesn't have sense to know that, oh, let dinner be on me. Or let breakfast be on me. Or let me go and buy my husband shirt or something. He don't try.
Vacation don't come.
Vacation, you can pay for vacation depending on how much you are earning, and if you're earning more than the man, both of you can put in your money together and go and vacate.
I know a very wise man once said something very important back in the day, that if a woman, you need to always tell her what to do, that means that woman does not really see you as a future partner. I feel like everybody who holds you in high esteem, whether in a relationship or in a marriage, should know what works for the partner.
I believe that you should teach your partners what you want them to do.
But there's something called observational teaching as well. Sometimes teaching does not have to be vocal. It could be me coming back to the house, doing a few things in the house and making the house feel homely, right? Then you as a wife, for the first time being a wife, you take notes. I know that when my husband comes back, he usually comes home with fruits. Now, if I'm coming home with fruits, the natural thing should come to your head is, this guy would naturally come home hungry, right? Make sure that the food is ready. Make sure that everything is set. The dinner table is set. The kids have had their shower, gotten prepared for probably bed or maybe parent time or something like that, right? But a lot of people now missed the point. They come back and the first thing you're hearing, honey, you came back today.
That's why I said.
Nice to see you.
That's why I said.
And nothing
men,
to show.
that's
The
why
same
I said,
mindset from last week, the same mindset this week.
That's
it
why
gets
I said
exhausting.
Men,
that's why men don't stay in their houses.
That's
anymore.
why I say men have positioned women to be wives and girlfriends.
And not partners.
And not even partners. They can be a partner, but they are not mothers. A lot of women are ready for marriage, but not for motherhood. So I keep saying this thing on my show. I said, if you're not ready to train a child is like your job. Your family is like your job. If you know how successful you want your job to be, please make your home. Home includes your husband and your children. So it is very important that if you want to be a Gen Z wife, please don't bring in a child.
Okay.
Be doing your Gen Z body with your husband. Go to clubs, go to work, come back by 11 p.m., do whatever you want to do. But if you don't have time for your child, which are our next generation, our leaders of tomorrow, please don't bring them in. It's as simple as that.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that 2 cents, teaching us. So, would J-Man or John like to, keep something before we wrap up this amazing segment and go into the next
a lot has been said, and I still feel that there are real ones out there, both male and female, and I hope we find ourselves. QED.
All right.
Yo, I'm just here. I've gotten too much. So.
J-Man with always few words to say, but when he talks, you will all feel the impact. Anyway, every single one of us, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us as always. What a ride from belly laugh to the most bizarre topics. It would be more fun to see you again tomorrow, same time. And as always, do not go anywhere. This is Volt 104.3 FM. I'm OGO, and you just hung out with the Volt All-Stars right here. I'm teaching us all John and J-Man. You know how it is now. Big vibes. Go on YouTube and catch the remainder of this segment.
Yes.
See you again, same time tomorrow. Big tunes out. Let's go.
Yes, sir.